Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. We're about to dive into a report that has got more twists and turns than a pretzel factory. So strap in, let's get straight to the heart of the matter. This company, Velo3D Incorporated, has been busy, and not just with their 3D printers, let me tell you. They've been making some significant financial moves, and we're going to break down exactly what that means for them. If you enjoy our straight talking approach to corporate finance, make sure you are subscribed and join our Discord community linked in the description below for more exclusive insights. So what we have here is what is called a Form 8. Think of it as an important announcement from a company, something that investors need to know about right away, and Velo3D has made some pretty big announcement. The company itself, Velo3D Incorporated, is known for its advanced metal 3D printing technology. They're making high-end printers for industries that need to create complex parts like aerospace and defense. It is a pretty cutting-edge field. Now, one of the big stories here is about an agreement they entered into on the 8th of December 2025. This isn't your everyday contract, it is a sale-leaseback agreement. What does that mean? Well, imagine you own something valuable, like a piece of equipment, but you need cash. You sell that equipment to someone else, and then you turn around and lease it right back from them. It is a way to get money now while still using your assets. In this case, Velo3D sold a bunch of their high-tech metal 3D printers and other equipment to a company called Velo3D's Finance Incorporated. They got a cool $10 million for it. That is a significant chunk of change, but here is the kicker. They immediately leased that same equipment back. This lease, which also involves a company called Thiemann Construction Incorporated, is set for 36 months, that is 3 years. And guess who is responsible for all the costs associated with the equipment during that lease? That is right, Velo3D. They're basically getting cash now by selling their equipment, but they're going to be paying for it over the next 3 years. It's a financial maneuver that can provide much needed liquidity, but it also means future payment obligations. This arrangement is important because it creates a financial obligation for Velo3D. While the equipment is no longer on their books as an owned asset, they now have a regular lease payment to make. This is a common practice for companies looking to manage their cash flow. But it is something investors should keep a close eye on as it impacts their future operating expenses and cash outflow. Beyond the financial deal making, there is also a significant change in leadership. Hull Xu, the Chief Financial Officer, is stepping down. He is scheduled to leave at the end of December 2025. The company states this was not due to any major disagreements, which is good to hear, but a CFO departure is always noteworthy. Taking over as the acting Chief Financial Officer and Principal Financial Officer is Bernard Chung. He is currently the company's controller and has previous experience as acting CFO, so he is not exactly new to the role. He has been with the company in various finance positions since 2021, and even before that, he held finance roles at other publicly traded companies. This suggests a degree of continuity in their financial operations during this transition. Now, let's revisit that sale-leaseback agreement we talked about. This is where the deal gets documented. It is essentially an agreement for Velo3D to sell its printing equipment and then lease it back under specific terms. The $10 million infusion is a key outcome of this. This master lease agreement lays out the ground rules for how Velo3D and its subsidiary, along with Thiemann Construction, will lease equipment from Velo3D. It is the overarching framework for the lease arrangement, and this schedule that is the specific document detailing the terms for leasing the printers and equipment that Velo3D just sold. It outlines the 36-month lease period and how the monthly rent is calculated. It also means that Velo3D will continue to bear all the costs of maintaining and operating this equipment, even though they no longer own it outright. Finally, there are these debt subordination agreements. Essentially, this means that existing debts owed by Velo3D to Thiemann entities are being put on hold behind Velo3D's claim on the equipment. This is to ensure Velo3D's investment is secure in this sale-leaseback transaction. So, what is the big picture here? Velo3D has raised $10 million by selling off some of its valuable printing equipment and then leasing it back. This injects cash into the company, which can be crucial for operations, research, and development, especially in a capital-intensive industry like advanced manufacturing. However, it also means they've committed to regular lease payments for the next 3 years, impacting their future cash flow. The departure and appointment of a new acting CFO are also significant events, signaling a period of transition at the top of their financial department. Looking at this from a strategic standpoint, this move suggests Velo3D is prioritizing liquidity. They're essentially converting an illiquid asset, their specialized printers, into cash. The success of this strategy will depend on their ability to generate enough revenue from their operations to cover these ongoing lease payments and other expenses, while also investing in growth. A key risk to watch is whether this $10 million will be enough to address their immediate financial needs, and if they can maintain profitability. It is a good step for immediate cash flow, but it doesn't solve all long-term financial challenges. The leaseback means they're essentially financing their use of essential equipment, which carries its own cost. Overall, Velo3D is making some aggressive financial moves to secure capital. But these come with future obligations. The leadership change adds another layer of consideration for investors. We'll be keeping a close eye on how these decisions play out and impact their bottom line in the coming quarters. Alright, that is our breakdown of Velo3D's latest filing. What is your take on these financial maneuvers and the leadership change? Do you think this is a smart move for the company? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this deep dive was valuable for you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more corporate secrets revealed. And as always, don't forget to join our Discord community, linked in the description, for even more exclusive content and discussions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next edition of Corporate Decoder.